Yeah, Black Round 313. Check this out. I met this Phoebe's, right? You know what she told me? She told me she's looking for a husband, but I'm not looking for a wife. She wants something to last a lifetime, but she's only worth one night. She think her vag is gold, but I know that it's old. It ain't worth nothing, even if it was sold. And none of these HOs are worth it, so I'm a player for life. Now me, Black Round 313, I boomerang these HOs. She goes and come right back. I'm just a Mac like that. I'm wise, you see, when it comes to the HOs, you see. Because I employ the catch and release method by Black Ram 313. That's me. See, what I realize is that these HOs are for everybody. So why treat her like she's somebody when you know she's for everybody, which makes her nobody because of all the bodies that she has on her. So I treat the creature for what it's worth. And as many would say, less than dirt. So I just catch and release. Yeah, I just catch and release. But really though, she don't deserve a player like me. And God knows none of them are good enough to be wifey. I realize that the days are gone to have somebody to love and hold on. This world is just full of HOs. That's what we know. So what do? We just catch and release, man. Just catch and release. Just catch and release. Just catch and release. Ain't nothing but HOs out here, boy. Don't take the creature seriously. Don't invest any emotions in her. Your time, your energy, your concentration. She don't deserve that. It's best to just keep it casual and occasional. You can spit good game in her ear, but the ultimate goal is to pump and let the beast dump. Let the creature walk away like she won something. Then go on to the next one. They come and go anyway. And we know that the next is just the same as the first. And the first ain't no different than all the rest. Just catch and release. See, we getting wise out here, man. We not dating, we recreating. We using this method. The catch and release. Black Round 313. The method. Indeed. Peace. Yes, yes, and yes. It is that time. Real Peel Radio. Number one in the chat. If I can be heard. And MPI, salute dear brother. He puts the Real Peel R&B mixtape coming soon featuring Ram and Ohim. We do need one of those, man. Maybe get Thinking Man's Templar in on it too. I'm not sure if Solo is Real Peel or not, but that's my bro too, man. Appreciate you, MPI. And I got a video clip, MPI, that I'm going to show of you. Yeah. I'm going to show MPI today, very soon. And you know what? Let's just get right to it, man. We're going to go right into the ratings, man. Shout out to all the channel members. And also shout out to all of the anointed ones, so to speak, all those who are on the Patreon page. If you're on the Patreon page, put a 5 in the chat, man. so I can salute all of you all who are on the Patreon page, because that's where it matters. And across the ticker tape is the Patreon page link, and the link to the Patreon is in the description box as well. So make sure you check out the Patreon page. Indeed. Also, oh, look at those fives, man. I like that. I like that. Look at that. Plenty of brothers on the Patreon page. Listen, if you haven't been on the Patreon page, get on that Patreon page for at least a month. At least a month. You owe it to yourself. So check out that Patreon page. And right now is a great time to join as any. Appreciate you, MPI, for kicking it off. Thank you, sir. And what do we have here now? A live stream coming up soon. In fact, coming up this Thursday. Yep, double live stream. After Behind the Veil, I'll be going live on the Patreon page. And it's called The B-Dub is Literally Dying for Thuggo Part 2, featuring Thinking Man's Templar. So make sure you go to the Patreon page and become a member of the Patreon page. We are going live on Thursday night at about 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Myself and the great TMT, Thinking Man's Templar, together doing our live stream. And we plan on doing this on the regular. Maybe not weekly, but you know how Ohin and I have the RPP. I'm thinking me and Thinking Man's Templar have our thing as well. So make sure you go ahead on and enjoying the Patreon page, and catch myself and Thinking Man's Templar on Thursday for the live stream. Again, on your screen, the B-Dub is literally dying for Thuggo. We'll be live after Behind the Veil. I'll do a promo for this in the middle of the show and as well as the end of the show. So make sure you check that out. All right, let's get into some ratings. 103 watching. We got Mr. Brown here, El Presidente. The Chief, Andrew Baker, is here. Sergeant Israel Young Lion. Where all the brothers at? Brian Walker's in here. Salute, salute. Hey, and if you are Real Pill and you are on people's Patreon page and not on mine, if you in this chat and you are members of other channels but not mine, you should be ashamed of yourself. Just FYI. Make sure you join that Patreon page, and make sure if you're a channel member somewhere else that you're a channel member here as well. And if you're on somebody else's Patreon page, well, then you need to be on mine as well. If not, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. We're going to be doing more live streams on the Patreon coming soon. We're going to kick it off on Thursday. Now, let's get to these ratings. 109 watching. You know, today isn't only going to be an hour show, so let me get through this quickly because you know we only have 1 hour. So let's get through these ratings and then go into the main topic. Let's start right here. Check it out. And I believe my brother Warren sent this, brother Smooth, and you don't see anything but cakes, right? Anything but cakes. So all we can rate are the cakes. Now, of course, Andrew Baker is going to say that's not real, which probably not. But if we're just going to rate the cakes, I'll give that a 4. Yeah, I'll give that a 4. D just put thumbs down. Only a cake rating, but that is a lot of cake, though. It looked like it's a task to wash that. Yeah, it looked like a lot to deal with. I wouldn't mind it, but I definitely don't prefer it. CC said that issue is disgusting. Yeah, you know what? I don't mind it, bro, but I definitely don't prefer it. Do anybody in here prefer that? Put a 2 in the chat if you prefer that. I ain't saying whether you a smash or not, producer, for real. But I'm asking if you prefer it. If you prefer it, 2 in the chat. Let me know what your preference is. But here we go. Let's check this out. Texas Rob.
Now the party gotta boot me for a show. He say yeah.
All right. We got the snow bunny doing the dancing. Let's go back. Let's pause this for a minute. Let me go back. We got the snow bunny doing her dance. And I like the snow bunny. Big Meech has that preference. Brian Walker has that preference. I'm talking about big like that we just saw. All right. Here we go. Check it out. Snow bunny. I can give this snow bunny, thick snow bunny too. Man, I think I'll give this snow bunny a 6.5. A 6.5 with just, I'll say, mid stank. Or should I go with a little bit of stank?
So you don't like that thing with a little bit of stank on it, nephew? Shit, get a little bit older, nephew. I like that thing with just a little bit of stank on it, nephew. Not a whole lot of stank, not no funky ass motherfucker. I'm talking about just a little bit of natural stank.
Just a little bit of stank. Just a little bit of stank.
Hey, how you doing?
Just a little bit of stank on that snow bunny. I think I'll go with I'll go with mid stank on the snow bunny. I like the snow bunnies a little smaller. So I'm going to go with mid stank. I like them a little smaller for the snow bunnies. Shout out to my brother Israel Online, says, bring up the stank. Appreciate you. And Johnny B with a generous Cash App donation. Where you at, Johnny B? I didn't even say my thing today. I forgot to say the best way to donate is via Cash App. I don't think I got one super chat already. Salute to MPI. But the best way to donate is via Cash App if you are feeling generous. Johnny B, I got to bring you on the screen. Appreciate your generosity, sir. Thank you for that very much, brother. Harold Jackson salute, says, hey, Ram, stop the cap. 1 hour. Hey, man. It's only supposed to be a 1 hour show, man. 1 hour show. Plus, we don't have that many people watching, man. I don't think people are going to really like this topic too much. I think it's too real. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll be an hour and 10 minutes. Maybe we can go for an hour and 10 minutes. Maybe. Johnny B is right here. Salute, Johnny B. Man, I appreciate your generosity. Hey, that rhymes, man. Appreciate that, bro. I'm going to keep you on the screen, man, because this show is made available based off the generosity of brothers like yourself. Next to last rating, here we go.
I understand. Half the waviness of my outfit is my skin. I promise you.
Ratchetness.
Let me wear orange one time. Yeah?
Yeah, there's a ratchet.
Half the waviness of my outfit is my skin.
I'm going to go with a 3 with no stank.
I promise you. You don't understand. Half the waviness of my outfit.
You got to have the ratchet kind of fresh, because ratchet stank is different. Ratchet stank might have a little bit more to it. So you kind of want the ratchet to be somewhat clean.
It's my skin. I promise you.
But that is a whole lot of junk in the trunk. Leonard Thomas says too much. David with a Y in the building, putting a 3. Andrew Baker says this.
Let me wear orange one time. Yeah?
You know what? I'm going to do you guys a favor. Since that's the second disgusting I got, you know what I'm going to do, fellas? I'm going to bring to the screen something that everybody's going to like. I'm going to predict that I'm not going to get any score less than a 7. Let's do this. I'm going to bring something up that most people will probably put an 8 or a 9, maybe a few 10s. But I'm going to bring something up that's no less than a 7. Since we had 2 duds, right? We can agree we had 2 duds and 1 snow bunny. I'm going to bring something to the screen that's a little bit better. I like that, what you're saying, Ken C and Red. That's what I'm always thinking about. Ken C and Red, when I see a beautiful female, the first thing I think about is what it smells like, bro. I don't know why. I don't know how. But this is stank gang, baby. When I see a beautiful female, a female that I find attractive, literally the first thing I think about is, what does it smell like? Front and back. Yes. Front and back. The poop shoot in the vag. I'm wondering what that thing smells like. If you feel me, and you think the same way, put an amen in the chat, will you? Put an amen there, will you? Now, I think, or you can put a yes, or you can put an amen, or you can put a fax ram. Robson, I'll be that. I will be that. As long as it's not illegal, right? We're not talking about anything illegal. We're talking about the attraction between men and women. So as long as it's legal, I don't think anything really is deviance. But I don't hold myself to the set of rules that other men hold themselves to. I'm in my own world and I do my own thing. But here we go. Check this out. I think everybody is going to give this a high score. Check it. If this doesn't get a high score, I don't know what to say about you. If this doesn't get a high score, I don't know what to say about you. I'm going to go with a 8.5. No, I'm going to go with a 9 with a whole lot of stank. Not only a whole lot of stank, I'm going to go 2 whole days without a shower. Stank on this. No deodorant on. No shower, no deodorant. I'm going with heavy stank on that. Israel Alliance at 7.5, heavy stank. My goodness. Tails, where you at, bro? He says, grab a cup of coffee on your boy. Appreciate you, Tails. Where you at, bro, so I can bring you on screen. One more time. One more time. I see some high scores in here. Cosmos Nation put a high score. Simon Small, an 8. Official test around you definitely stank gang. Yes, sir. Let me bring you on screen, Tails. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for that Cash App donation. I'm definitely stank gang. Yes, sir. Whole lot of stank on that thing. 2 days, no shower. 2 days, no deodorant. Right here. Give me all the stank on that. I want some stank on them toes from head to toe, baby. Only thing I need her to do is brush her teeth. Other than that, she ain't got to clean nothing. One more time. One more time. A lot of stank on. Look at Anthony Touchstone. An 8 with a lot of stank. I said an 8.5. No, I went with a 9. I'm going to go with a 9. I'm going to go with a 9. Yeah. Absolutely. That concludes our ratings for today. Hope you enjoyed it. So today's show, our main topic is about how Black Love went from R&B to trickin' and hoeing hip hop. I'm going to talk a little bit about Keke Palmer. I know a lot of people have been talking about it. A lot of people have been asking me what my opinion is on it. So I'll talk about that. I got some other clips to show before we get to that, though. But we will be talking about that. Appreciate you again, Official Tales, for that Cash App donation. Mr. Brown says, that's a fine chick ram. 8 all stank. Yes, sir. 2 days, no wash-up stank. And you right, Leonard Thomas, I am a nasty ninja. In fact, I think I'm the nastiest ninja that you all have ever heard of. Got everybody beat. And I don't feel no shame about it. You ninjas can feel shame. For whatever reason, I don't know why you would feel shame, but hey, if you ninjas can feel shame about it. But I don't. Chris, you said I'll stab a ninja. For that. Jokingly, of course. Israel Lion says tongue and P, nose and B. Yes, with all the stank of it. My goodness. K Dot, you asked me about Fresh and Fit. Just let it be known, I do not watch Manosphere content. If I'm strolling through the YouTube streets, of course, I'll watch something by my brothers, which includes Thinking Man's Templar, Oheen, and Solo, but I don't watch their content very often because I'm too busy watching other things and watching mine. But I definitely don't watch Fresh and Fit, and it's, no disrespect to them. I don't watch your Dennis Sperlings and all of those guys. Every now and then I might catch something from the great BOA and a few other cats. I'll check out Game Changer and AM1 and a few people that come through here, Cultural Clinician and a few other my bros like Doc Thunder. But I don't watch Fresh and Fit. I don't watch Tommy. I didn't watch Kevin. I don't watch Manosphere content. And for the record, please do not send me Manosphere content. You can send me a TikTok video that I may be able to use for this show, but I don't need to hear your favorite YouTuber talk about things that I've talked about 10 years ago. No disrespect. I appreciate people sending me videos, but from time to time, I'll get a video from popular YouTubers and I don't need to listen to them. And it's no disrespect. They're getting their money. They're rich. They're millionaires. I'm not. Am I jealous? Of course I am. Who wouldn't want to be a millionaire in this space? However, I don't let that prevent me from doing my thing. But in no way do I need to hear your Dennis's and all your other favorite YouTubers, because there's nothing that they have said that I haven't. They may have said things a different way or come up with a cute catchphrase to illustrate the same thing that myself and many others who have been in this space for a very long time have already said a countless number of times. So I don't need to leave. I don't need to listen to your Dennis's, your Fresh and Fits, or, you know, none of those brothers. No, I don't feel mad about anything like that, Lennar. I understand that this space has grown, and a lot of content that you all listen to have originally come from me, but I'm not mad or upset. I just wish I was a millionaire too. I'll check out Obsidian here and there as well. I actually like Obsidian. I think Obsidian has a voice for radio, man. He really is talented at what he does. I got a lot of love and respect for Obsidian for sure. But I don't listen to anybody on the regular. And it's no disrespect to them, but I just don't feel the need to listen to your favorite Manosphere personalities when there's nothing that they can say that I can learn from for the most part. They all are saying the same thing that I've said for many, many years. And I'm not saying I said everything. If it's not something I'm said, it comes from some of the OGs like your Barbarosas and your Stardust and, you know, your Thugtician Wisdoms and your Last Crucibles, things that they've said many years ago, even your Adigons. I've been there solo, those OGs. So I don't really need to hear Manosphere content. So anything that goes on Fresh and Fit or with any of your popular YouTubers, whatever attorney and whatever Sperlings, I'm not subscribed to any of them. So I have no clue on what's going on with any of them. Just to let you know. Just Bob Bowman says, nose in B indeed. Yeah, you talking about that last fine one. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And I'm not trying to discourage anybody from watching the Manosphere. Oh, yeah, BGS is my brother, Mahogany. Yeah, you remember his name is BGS Ibmore. You know, so, you know, we were clicking back into that. I got a tremendous amount of respect for BGS. Do I watch his content all the time? No. Again, I'm too busy making my own. Some people need to watch other people's content for inspiration. I don't. So yeah, the great BGS, I do listen to him. I listen to Pimp God, of course, a big bro right there. So I do listen to Manosphere content, but not on the regular. But I can only count about maybe 10 or 15 that I actually really listen to, if I do at all. And I don't dislike Fresh and Fit. I don't know anything about them. I literally have never watched more than like 20 seconds clip from any one of their shows. And it's nothing personal. That's just not the type of content that I'm into. And of course, you know, I got my buddies like Saint the Sinner who come through here. You know, people I respect like Angry Man, you know, brothers like that, that's been in the space a long time. Every now and then I might run into some content, but for the most part, I do my own thing. I stay in my own little ass lane, my own little lane, and do my own little thing. And that's about it for me. All right, let's get into some content. Check this out. Let's get it.
I come on to just react to a phone call that I received today. And one of my beautiful subscriber queen sisters, she was concerned about some videos that she have seen at American women dying in the Gambia. And it should be a concern.
Is it called Gambia? Did she say the Gambia? I'm not sure what she means by is she talking about Gambia in Africa? Is it called the Gambia? I'm not absolutely sure what she's referring to, but she's saying a lot of B-dubs are meeting their demise in such a place. Let's finish with this. Mike T says, for the drive home, smelling your fingers stank. Appreciate you, Mike T. Thank you, dear brother. Appreciate that, brother Mike T. Thank you. Appreciate that Cash App donation. Let's finish this.
Because guess what? It's true.
So apparently, Black American women, some Black American women have moved to the Gambia and they've been murdered. That's what that video is about. Of course, she downplays it. She says they have died. But, you know, if you watch the rest of the video, I'll include the link. They pretty much were murdered, okay? And there's a couple of things that I want to bring up here in relations to that. This whole idea of passport sisters is pretty dumb and dangerous. It's dangerous for obvious reasons. Women should not be traveling to poor countries. American women should not be traveling to poor countries without a man.
Now, that's something to think about. David Woodward, I appreciate your Cash App donation, sir. Appreciate that. That is something to think about, though. Now, for the record, I'm against violence of any sort. I believe that everybody has a right to be secure in themselves, and I don't promote or condone any violence at all toward anyone, toward any group, or toward any people. And I do not want to see the B-dub unalived. Let me make that clear to everybody watching. I do not want to see the B-dub unalived. Don't want to see that. I take no joy in that. I don't. I take no joy in that. And he makes a good point. Although you may be strong and independent in America because you are supported by a whole system that puts you first and foremost and above all. However, those same freedoms, privileges, does not necessarily extend outside of the borders of the United States of America. You might have America in the bag, B-dub. You might be able to control America. You might be a queen in the United States. I'll even go say this. You might even be a goddess in the United States. In fact, I wouldn't even say might. You are a goddess in the United States. You're a goddess in the United States. But that doesn't necessarily extend to the rest of the world. You got it so good in America, B-dub, that you believe the whole world should bow at your feet. But, and that's fine, those are in line. We don't have to agree, dear brother. But your influence and your queendom and your privilege does not expand the globe. They're not going to understand this. They're not going to know that. The creature is so arrogant and narcissistic that it's not going to be able to comprehend such a thing. But B-dub, the world is not falling at your feet. America, yeah. In America, they fall at your feet. Yes. You are worshipped as God in America. You're worshipped as God in America. But again, B-dub, that does not extend outside the borders. That's all I wanted to show, that in the Gambia, I guess that's the name, there's a lot of trouble. Mr. Brown, appreciate your Cash App donations for help becoming a millionaire. Appreciate that, bro. You know what? I've given up on that. Listen, I've given up on the idea of me ever reaching true YouTube success. And I'm not in a situation where I want to strive at anything anymore. I don't have the energy or the time. You know, working in a prison has taken all of the energy out of me, and being on YouTube for 10 years and not being ultra successful has taken a lot out of me. So I don't have a whole lot left in the tank. So I'm just thankful for what I do have. And what I do have is brothers actually listening to me and donating. Is it a lot of money to make a living off of? No, you know, I mean, I get good donations. Is it enough to live on year by year? It could be. It could be. But I'm grateful for that. I don't think I would ever, you know, have 100,000 subs. That's over with. I don't think I would ever do a video and it do 30, 40,000. Now, a few years ago, I would do a video and it get about 20 or 30,000 views. Same style of video, monetized, so we can't say I changed up anything. But for some reason, the YouTube algorithm just says no when it comes to me. So it was a time when I was getting 30, 40,000 views per video, which is the way I would like to make revenue on YouTube, by AdSense money, because, you know, brothers don't always have it to give every time. You know what I mean? I don't want to expect brothers to give every time, especially enough to make a living off of. So I realized that, hey, man, I got to go back to work for a little while, do my thing. And when I retire, you know, I might be able to be off for a few years and go back to work. But I've accepted that. I've accepted that there is no long-term YouTube success. There's no big money to be made. My Patreon page is the price of a cup of coffee, but yet I struggle to keep 300 on there, although I'm putting good content out on Patreon. So I struggle to keep, you know, I would like to get up to 500 subs on Patreon, but that doesn't look like that's going to happen. But I'm thankful for the 200 and something that I do have. I'm thankful for the 3,000 or 4,000 views I get per video. And I'm thankful for the 247 people that's watching. And I'm thankful for the Cash App donations that I just received. I won't be rich. Probably will barely make enough money to pay bills, but I'm still thankful. And I had to accept that. So, you know, I'm no longer jealous of anybody. I just wish I had mine, but I see that it's not going to happen for me. You know, I won't even reach the success that my brothers have reached, which I'm glad for them. I just wish I was as successful as they are. I won't reach the success probably that Oheen has. His Patreon page is beautiful, and has a lot of people on there. I won't reach the success that Thinking Man Simpler has with his Patreon page. And I'm grateful for their success. Their success is my success, but I won't have my own individual success, and I've learned to accept that. I've been working on that for a very long time, not being jealous or upset. And now I finally came to the point in my life where I realized that life is too short to be worrying about what I don't have. And I would much rather spend the time being thankful for what I do have, even though it's not a lot. I'm not making, you know, the money that the other brothers on the space, and not just Thinking Man's Templar and Oheen, which I'm very happy for their success. Even other brothers, you know, I'm not going to have the success that BGS has. I'm not going to have the success that you know, a lot of other brothers have. But hey, it is what it is, man. I'm just thankful. And when you're truly thankful, man, you say, wow, I didn't even have to have this much. So I'm truly thankful for what I do have. Truly thankful, because nobody owes me anything. So I've just come to the point in the realization that, hey, man, instead of thinking about what you don't have and trying to strive to get something that's elusive, just enjoy what you got. Just enjoy what you got. Debbie with a Y says, I don't know if you're looking into new platforms, but have you heard of Kick? Never heard of it. If you meet certain criteria, you can get paid hourly. I have to look into that, bro. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. I might have to check that out. But yeah, man, that's my little sob story for today. Just be thankful for what you got, man. And I'm finally reached that point, man, where I don't feel bad about it anymore. If the other day, I think one of my videos got 10,000 views, I was shocked as hell. And I'm like, wow. And people were saying that the video was a classic. The next few videos I put out probably won't even get 2,000 views, but man, I was just thankful for the 10,000, man. I'm learning to be grateful, man. And the reason why I'm so grateful is because you live and you die and you will be forgotten. So I'm just going to enjoy the experience that I'm having now. David, why I appreciate that, man. So let's get with some more video, because I do want to talk about Keke Palmer. I got some other things. So this dating coach, I think her name is Princess Ranquilla, something, Princella, or something like that. But I found out that one of the reasons why she goes hard on the guys and after men, particularly melanated men, is because she has a personal interest in it. I'm not sure if you all know this, but let's play this video. And you all know this lady.
There's no such thing as misandry. Supposedly, it's the hatred of men. And a result of this supposed hatred towards men by women leads to the effect of women distancing themselves from men. That is not misandry. Men are the biggest misandrous because men hate themselves. And they depend on women's validation for their existence. Since their primary...
That is partially true. The SIMP does depend on women's validation for their existence. This is true. This is true. So I can't be mad at what she's saying because it's partially true. I mean, think about all we do as far as dating coaches is concerned. Look at how hard we try to work on ourselves just to get attention from women. So part of this is true, but let's finish.
Their primary goal in life is to pass their genes along. They need women to do it. Therefore, they depend heavily on women's validation and women not seeing the predatory nature of men. Therefore, men can talk about how bad men are. But if women see the exact same thing, the person that you depend on your validation from holds up a mirror to your face. And what you see in that mirror, you actually hate. Therefore, you project your own self-hatred onto the women who see you.
Now, in this clip, she didn't mention it, but she mentioned in the clip, I thought I had it. I thought this was the one. But she mentioned in the clip that she does like females. She does date females. I thought I had that clip for some reason, but it evades me. I played the wrong one. Forgive me. But it appears that she does like females. She actually said it on one of her videos. So now it makes sense why you're going so hard at men, because you want to replace them. Misandry is alive and misogyny is a thing. We don't want to discount those things by some, but I see why she has such misandry. It's because she has a vested interest. She's trying to get your girl away from you. Now, I don't want to disagree with your religious beliefs, my fellow Hebrew Israelites, Muslims, and Christians. This is just my opinion. I don't represent Christianity. I don't represent Hebrew Israelism, and I don't represent Islam. So take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. I represent myself. I think that the B-dub will be best to do two things. Number one is to leave men alone, which would make it easier for us. Would do the whole world a favor and leave men alone. The second thing I think would be good for the B-dub is to date each other. That way you don't have any complaining to do. Now, again, I know the Hebrew Israelite brothers will say that's wickedness, and the Christian brothers and the Muslim brothers. But again, I don't represent Islam, Hebrew Israelism, or Christianity. However, I think the B-dub should be left alone, should leave men alone, and it will be probably better in each other's arms. That's just my opinion. You can let me know if you agree or disagree. Put that in the chat. I know some of you brothers are still waiting on the B-dub. I know some of you brothers want your sister to be saved. I know you guys want some of your sisters to come home to you. I know some of you brothers, Cedric Webb in the building. I know some of you brothers are waiting for your sisters to be awakened by God. I know some of you brothers are still waiting for captivity to turn and for your sister to come back to you and beg you to be with you. I'm saying fuck that. However, I understand. Azariah, I think you were on the wrong line of thinking. He said, disagree, then who going to have as men each other? I think you're thinking the wrong thing, brother Azariah. I said the B-dub. I didn't say women. And to be particular, I mean the American B-dub. Remember, dear brothers, there are a substantial amount of beautiful black women in Brazil, a substantial amount of beautiful black women in Colombia, a substantial amount of beautiful black women in Africa, substantial amount of beautiful black women all throughout the Caribbean. So, Azariah, no disrespect, but such a thing would never come to my mind. I would never say men should deal with each other. That's not something that would even cross my mind, and it didn't when I made that statement. But sometimes, I get misheard, and that's all that was. Azariah 44. Love you and appreciate you, dear brother. D-Man says, Reese shouted you out, Ram. Who is Reese? I don't know what it is. That's how I landed here. Support your brothers, gents. Salute. I don't know who Reese is, but salute to Reese. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't have any problems with brothers in the manosphere. I'm just too busy doing my own thing. But appreciate you, D-Man. Cosmos Nation. I don't know if I shouted you out. Thank you for your Cash App donation, Cosmos Nation. I'm going to bring some of the brothers who put the cash apps up there on the screen. Appreciate you, brother Cosmos. Much love, dear brother. Appreciate that, D-Man. And appreciate you, David, with the Y. All right, here we go. Let's keep going with that. That was a misclip, but she is on that team. So I just wanted to show that. Let's talk about this. I thought this was interesting. MPI, are you here? I got to make sure MPI is here before I do that. Where are you at, MPI? Make sure MPI is here. He probably not here. MPI be in and out or whatever. Luke Coins, that's a beautiful thing, brother. Oh, there's MPI. Here we go. Check this out.
Get your girl right, period. Watch this.
Man, I don't want to watch nothing. I'm leaving the barbershop. I'll see her when I get home. Bye.
Hey, babe, what you think?
Who is you?
Boy, stop playing, it's me.
I don't know no me. Me need to get out my room before me get me in trouble with my girl.
It's me, Ultima Misha.
Ultima Misha.
Oh, I was about to say, I got the wings you like too.
10-piece lemon pepper with blue cheese?
Yep. Looking all good and shit. Go, girl.
MPI. Good shit, bro. Good shit, bro. You're going to have to show me how you did that, man. I might have to do some shit like that. Check out our brother MPI on TikTok, man. We got to support our own, man. Much love, MPI, dear brother. Appreciate you sharing that, man. That was hilarious. MPI with the crispy beard leaving the barbershop and shit. Much love, MPI, my brother. Much love, bro. He said Ultima Isha. In the Ultima, as usual. Ron Spencer in the building. Sleepy Montana in the building. Otaku. Salute, 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 man. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Appreciate you, MPI. Let's check this out. An ex-stripper. Listen.
I was a stripper. I did OnlyFans. I live in my truth. And I am ashamed at the behavior I've done. Because I am now 28 years old. I'm actually 28 years young on this earth. And I can say that I'm ashamed. Because of a lot of different reasons. I can sit here and I can talk to women and explain to younger girls.
Oh, let me pause that for a minute because for some reason it's acting up. Hold on. Let me get this.
Younger girls coming up and things. I thought it was cool. I thought this is what I wanted to do. I thought this is how I wanted to live. But all these females that you guys look up to in the industry, that the media pushes you, they're all miserable. They have no peace. They cry every night. They are not happy with themselves. They hate themselves. So much so, they get surgeries and they try to fit themselves to be in something they're not. And they're never going to fulfill it because they're not fulfilled on the inside.
Thank you for saying that. How many years have we been saying that these certain surgeries are indicative of self-hatred? Thank you for saying that. How many years have we said that they are bitter and uncomfortable in their own skin and hurt and, you know, we've been saying this. Now you're 28 years old, come to this realization, it's better late than never. But we've been saying this for years, that there is a psychological impact on women who are promiscuous. Psychological impact. Now, you may not think that impact is of consequence, B-Dub, but there is a psychological impact. And a lot of this promiscuity and what you do cosmetically has to do a lot with self-hatred. A lot of it. And we've known this for a long time. But the beautiful thing is that all of this is coming to light. All of it is coming to light. Thankful for that. That it's all coming to light. Indeed. Cedric Webb said, just showing support. Ramzilla, salute. Appreciate you. Cedric Webb. Thank you for that, dear brother. Appreciate you. Cosmos Nature said, I give her a 6 with no stank. Maybe a little whiff. I'll take a little light stank on that too. I'll take a little stank on that too. But she's talking about the damage that's done by themselves, on themselves, from the promiscuous female, man. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Tracy says she's only ashamed because she doesn't need to strip anymore. That's a fact. That's a fact. That her come to Jesus moment is out of necessity, not out of true sincerity, in my opinion. But that's your girl. That's your girl. 329 watching. Hit that like button. Appreciate everybody that's being here. Let's check this out. Delusional ratings coming up. Check this out. Delusional ratings.
Self from 1 to 10, and then think of a celebrity.
You thought Black Ram was too easy on these HOs. Boy, the HOs are even wilder when they rate themselves, man. Appreciate you again, brother Cedric Webb. Thank you for that super chat. T96 says, yo, Ram, if a cute barista said she appreciates me, is that just being nice, or does it mean I should drop my number? I've been waiting to clap since day one. Always drop your number. It's better to get a no than an I don't know. I'm going to say it again. If you're feeling a girl, man, always drop your number. In fact, I would ask for her number. I'm not with you, Tariq Nashees and your dating coach is talking about you give her your number and she show high interest by calling you. Nah, because you might be able to smash a chick with medium interest. Yeah, it does mean high interest if you give her a number, she call you, but typically women like to be pursued. That's just the name of the game. So get your ego out and put it, next to you somewhere. I ain't saying get rid of it, but yeah, get a number. And remember, a no is better than an I don't know. T96. A no is better than I don't know. You don't ever want to leave nothing on the table, man. It's better to get a girl saying no than wonder if you could have got her. Mr. Brown says they are miserable with themselves, but still think they're better than you. Excellent point, Mr. Brown. Excellent point, sir. Appreciate you, Mr. Brown, and thank you for saying that. Young Elder, back with us again. He says, once the land of the divided corporations fall, the B-Dub will be the pillar of salt left behind, a relic of the past. And Young Elder, I cannot disagree with you, sir. I cannot, and I repeat, DC Beats, I cannot disagree with that. Appreciate that, Young Elder. Now let's get these delusional ratings, man. Again, I know Andrew Baker's hard on these HOs. And opposite of Andrew Baker, Black Ram is easy on these HOs, where where Andrew Baker would give a 3, Black Ram would usually give a 6. Where Andrew Baker would give a 5, Black Ram will usually give like a 7 or an 8. But these chicks, whoo, that we're about to see, oh my goodness. You talking about delusional? Without further ado, let's get this. 329 watching. Make sure you hit that like button.
That matches the rating that you give yourself. I will rate.
Let me go back. They're going to rate themselves.
Rate yourself from 1 to 10, and then think of a celebrity that matches the rating that you give yourself.
I will rate myself an 8. I would say Big Lotto. I love Lotto.
I think I said like a 7.5, 8 around there.
Name a celebrity that would match you.
Lauren London, I say.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say I'm an 8.
Okay.
And the celebrity that would match me is Tiana Taylor. There we go.
Okay. Tiana. So you're 8 and Tiana Taylor is an 8. Rate yourself 1 to 10.
Just looks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a 10. Rihanna, boy, what?
Okay.
I think Rihanna, I like her. She a 10 to me.
Okay. Show of hands. Do you have in your DMs that you never replied to that looks halfway decent, but you're not giving no time or attention?
4 hands better be up.
All 4 hands. Okay. So here's the truth. None of you ladies are a 10 or an 8 or anything close to that. The reality is a 5 is average.
Come on, not even a 5.
Because all you ladies are single. You do have good guys in your DM. But you choose not to reply to these guys because y'all all think y'all 8 and 10s.
And if y'all don't think so, then y'all the problem.
They think they're better than you, Mr. Brown. They think they're better than me, Mr. Brown. Now, nobody up there that we saw was an 8 or a 9 or a 7 or even a 6. The prettiest one might be a 5. But they all are quite heavy. I agree with you, Andrew Baker. They're like 4s. I'll give them between a 4 and a 5. Hell no to a 6, 7, or 8. But they all believe they're 8s and 9s. All of them. God's Jewel said not even a 5, Ram. I hear you, bro. But they all got guys in their DMs trying to get at them, but they think they're way too good. He asked a great question. He said, Are there any guys that are decent looking? All right, decent looking, that are in your DMs that you haven't responded to, and they all raise their hands? Isn't it over with when dating in America? And I know I say this over and over again. I'm gonna probably stop banging on your dating coaches, but what's left, dating coach? What's left? 3s and 4s and maybe a 5 that think they're 8s, 9s, and what's left out here, fellas? Can somebody tell me that? 333 watching, man. Salute. Can somebody tell me that? What's left out here, man? The dating landscape is barren, man. It's finished. That's right, Mr. Brown. It's done with, man. Beyond done, otaku. It's over with. There's nothing left out here. Chuddy said, as a minister once said, if Jesus can't save him, what makes you think you can? What makes you think you're better than Jesus? And as I said, Black Ram 313, in a video called The Genesis of Her Nature. That video is about 6 years old, maybe 5 or 6 years old. Black Ram 313 did a video called The Genesis of Female Nature. And in that, I believe I was the first to say that if God could make Eve happy, what makes you think you can? Now, I know that's been repeated many times throughout the space, but go check out the goddamn video. I'm sorry. Some people don't like when I say God damned. I'm not cursing at God. I'm saying God damned. In other words, that God don't fuck with it. But I said God damn. A guy wrote me an email, said, Bram, I can't watch your video because you keep cursing God. Maybe a Christian, I don't think saying God damned. I'm not saying damn God, but God damning a thing. I don't think that's, disrespecting your God. But hey, so my point is that check out fucking video and you'll see that I said this shit 5 years ago. But yeah, Chuzzy, I appreciate you saying that. But if God couldn't make them happy in the Garden of Eden, could make Eve happy. God couldn't make Eve happy in the Garden of Eden, gave her everything. A man to take care of her, to provide and protect and hunt for her, beautiful temperature, beautiful weather, everything. So God couldn't make Eve happy. What the fuck do you think you gonna do? Again, it's called The Genesis of Female Nature, done many years ago. Check that out. But Chuzzy, I appreciate that, dear brother. Appreciate that. That's a great point, though. Nobody can make the B-dub happy. Nothing can make the female happy. Cosmos Nation, appreciate you. Say goddamn. I got you, bro. I got you. Because some people get offended. I don't want to be offending my brothers. Some brothers are very sensitive. Some brothers understand that's just a manner of speaking, and it's not to offend. But some brothers, are a little weaker than others. So everything offends them. So I don't want to be purposely offensive. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Check this out. They got something for you guys. Check this shit out. Let me know what you think. Here we go.
Male IUD has just been developed, so how does it work? It all starts with the vas deferens, which is the sperm superhighway from the testicles into the urethra before you ejaculate. Woo! This hydrogel blocks the route, kind of like council roadworks, which then take 2 years to clear. But the vas deferens is much closer to the skin and more easily accessible than the female tubes, and so this could be repeated every 2 years to avoid any unwanted pregnancies.
My goodness. Anybody want to grab that? A lot of you guys are saying, no, you don't want to grab that male IUD so you don't get the girl prego. All you all are saying, hell no. David, what do you say? You seen it? Are you getting it, bro? Are you getting it? Woo. My goodness, man. I don't need it, but shit. You know what? I'm thankful for the technology, though. At least the technology exists so you can have a choice. At least. Maurice Martin, appreciate your Cash App donation, bro. When I see y'all bring you on the screen. Thank you, brother Maurice. Appreciate you, brother. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. I got one more clip to show before we get into talking about Keke Palmer and my take on it, and then the main part of the show. Let's check this out. Here we go.
This is Rokia, Florida, 30, Aquarius nurse, 4 kids, 12.
Definitely a hood ratchet. She kind of looked like this ratchet I used to mess with back in the day. I can't lie to you, man. I've had some great times with ratchets. They don't fuck with me no more. If I run up on a ratchet now, she ain't gonna fuck with me. I'm too clean. They actually liked me when I had very little money. Now that I'm a blue collar guy, they don't fuck with me. But when I was a broke guy, then they fuck with me. I don't know why. Anyway, oh, I missed your super chat, Johnny B. I'll sure go and retrieve that, sir. Give me a moment. My apologies. But let's get this. Here we go.
This is Aquarius. This is Rokia, Florida, 30, Aquarius, nurse, 4 kids, 12, 10, 8, and 6. Okay, what kind of man you looking for now, honey?
I'm open to rich. He gotta have a job.
He's open to rich, huh?
Have some good qualities. I mean, he has to look handsome.
How much money he gotta make?
I mean, not rich, but I mean, he gotta have some money. He can't be broke. He gotta.
So what is that minimum?
Ruggo was broke when he got you pregnant.
I mean, more than half on the rent or something, or half on bills, or I'm reasonable.
Oh, that's being reasonable, huh?
No, I don't request it.
So she's gonna be reasonable and allow you to pay half the bills for her and her kids and you. Oh, she's so reasonable. How many of you guys want to sign up for that? It's over with when it comes to dating and relationships in America. So I get the privilege after I meet her. She's going to give me the honor, you guys. Can you believe this, Maurice Martin? She's going to give me the honor of paying half of the bills with her and her kids. Wow. Humble legend, Chuzzy. They would have why. I mean, you cannot. You cannot make this shit up, man. I mean, what a privilege, Marcus Love, that she will allow you to pay half of her bills. She has 4 children and herself, so you have 5 human beings to take care of, but she's only requiring 50% of their living expenses. And add yours to that too. So for 5-1 now, 5-1. It's just you, but it's 5 of them. You get the opportunity, Mr. O, because I know you listen to dating coaches, sir, to run game and get her and take care of 5 human beings, but you only have to pay 50%. And be thankful that it's 50% off. Red Lord Black Sigma in the building. Thank God that it's only 50% off at least. So to be said, Sims got these pigs and dogs out here delusional. Big as a pig, ugly as a dog. But Luke Conyers, you get that opportunity, sir, to go 50% on the living expenses of a single mother of 4 children. Good deal, huh? Really good deal, huh? An excellent deal. It's over with here in the West. Let's finish this off. Here we go.
So you don't request the men who you had kids with to help you pay what half? Hello?
They take care of them.
Do they pay half of the rent?
They don't live with me.
Your kids live with you?
Yeah, I don't have to request money from them.
I guess let me get the question out that I'm trying to ask. These are things that men would say, because men say, this is what men say at times. Single moms sometimes want the new guy to do more for them and their children than they require of the child's father, of the children's father in your case. So you're being honest. You want someone that, you said rich, but then you brought it down. At least they
gotta have some money.
Do us a favor.
Right. They have enough money to go. Right.
Not broke, period.
Right. Not broke. Okay. I'm with you on that. But I want to just get.
So she's apparently an older woman. She got to be at least 35 plus, 4 children. And she's calling herself reasonable when it comes to her dating expectations, man. Y'all see this shit? Y'all see this shit? And this is what many guys pay a dating coach for. Luke Conyers says, I'm happy as long as it tastes sour and smells like mildew. Oh my goodness, Lou. Where are you getting this from, sir?
This question out. So some men will say, you want me to pay half of the rent for you and your children, but you're not requiring that of their own father.
No, I don't ask my kids that to pay my rent. No.
But can you understand how a guy might feel weird?
They take care of their kids. I mean, that's all I require from them. They take care of their kids, and you know, I pay my own rent.
I get that. And listen, we're still there. I just want to get this. I want to see if you can understand the question that men have.
4 kids and yourself, it's a lot of bedrooms. So you want a man to pay half the rent based off 5 people living in a household. So although you claim the baby daddies take care of their kids, whatever that means, you still want somebody to go half on the rent that's necessary for 5 people. And if you include the guy, that's 6 people. That sounds like a lot of money for a baby mama with 4 kids, 35, and I can give her maybe a 4 on the looks, but that's the high price you pay for dealing with today's HO in America. It's finished, finito, done.
Do you understand how a man can feel like, why do I have to pay half of your rent? And these are not my kids, but their father doesn't have to pay.
That's why I'm looking for one that, you know, is willing to, you know, because not all men are willing. Some.
Are you willing, Lou Conyers? Huh? Are you willing to do that? Not the American expat. Are you willing? Well, you got your passport. I know you don't. Not the American expat, aka Marcus Love, says just watch the 1974 movie Claudine with James Earl Jones messing with a single mother of 6. That's all you need to know. And I remember that movie. Absolutely, man. But this has more to do with the failure of the self-esteem of black men than it does with the narcissism of the BW. Because if you didn't have low or no self-esteem, the BW wouldn't have any room to be so arrogant. So this is our fault. But luckily, we've left the community in the mess that it's in, and we seek greener and better pastures. Israel Lion says, Ram, a single mom, DM'd me on Facebook and asked to pay her bills. A self-proclaimed Israelite woman, too. Don't fall for that shit. I didn't get a shalom or ask me what I'm about. Yeah, don't fall for that shit. A brother in the chat for my latest video, you know, told me I talk about wicked women, but what do I think about women in the truth or Israelite women or whatever? And I had to tell the brother there's no such thing as a you know, of the subject being righteous or having faith. This is a figment of your imagination that you project on a creature. Maybe 1 out of a million might have true faith, but the creature doesn't have the capacity to truly have faith and believe in God. I know that may seem unnatural and unreal to you, but that's very rare. I'm not saying it can't happen at all, but maybe 1 out of a million can actually have faith, and that's just an anomaly. That's like one of those things where sometimes something unexpected happens. Like it may rain in the desert for 3 days straight. That's something that might happen only once every 1,000 years or 500 years or 100 years. It might rain for 3 days, 3 nights in the desert. That's how rare it is to find a spiritual fee beast. It usually doesn't happen. It's usually impossible. So yeah, that Israelite woman, Christian woman, remember that's always bullshit. I did a video a long time ago called The Subject, the Beast, Females Are Not Spiritual. That's a Black Ram 313 original. Nobody said that shit before me. I said the B-dub especially, but females are not spiritual. Check out that video. I think that video is gone probably. I don't know. But yeah, that's not possible. Ms. Brown says, Ram, I believe the females code to have baby daddies and search for a high value man. Absolutely. It's called the dual mating strategy. Get pregnant by Thuggo, right? And then ask the simp to take care of Thuggo's baby because Thuggo is unavailable or does not have the ability. However, she likes Thuggo's dysfunction. So she wants to put his dysfunctional genes into the next generation. I saw a clip by Dana. I don't have it, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. Speaking of what you're saying, Mr. Brown, and everybody know who Dana is. I actually like Dana, but she was saying how a lot of BWs prefer hood men because they're so attractive. A lot of hood dudes are broken dirty that I see these BWs with. Now, despite physical appearance, it's her judgment on what she finds attractive, but a lot of these guys are broken dirty, and not all of them are 5'9" or 5'10" or 11 or 12 or even 6 feet tall. See, the only standard that she has is for you. See, you as a black man who's not in the streets and not thuggo, you're the one that's required to be damn near rich and pay half her bills or all her bills. Listen, let me tell you guys something. Can I tell y'all some real shit real quick? We got 378 watching. I'm sure not all 378 are ready for this real pill shit I'm going to spit. So I'm going to let some of you guys jump off. Do y'all want to hear something for real? I want to know, and I need y'all to put this in the chat. I need to let y'all know some real shit. If y'all ready, if y'all can bear it. If y'all can bear it, can I let y'all know some real shit? Wall Street says I blame a lot of these thirsty ninjas that simp and trick on these slores that have them delusional. Absolutely, Wasp Freeze. Absolutely. We got 380 watching. I'm sure some people are gonna jump off. Let me see how many of you guys want to hear some real shit, man. Some real shit. Can I tell y'all some real shit? I'm gonna try not to get so passionate about it because I don't feel bad about this. I just like to mention these things. And I see my brother Andrew Baker has sponsored the show. I'm gonna get that in a minute. Appreciate you, Andrew Baker, but I'm going to celebrate you in a second. And since you said, let's hear it, Andrew Baker, we're going to hear it. Wasp Freeze, man, much love, dear brother, and I appreciate that. Andrew Baker sponsoring the show. My brother Wasp Freeze giving super chats, much love. So here's some real shit right here, people. Here it goes. The B-Dub is disgusted with an upright, righteous, clean, responsible, dignified black male. She's so fucking disgusted with a decent man. Again, a clean, righteous, responsible man. She's so fucking disgusted by you that in order for her to even want to deal with you, you have to take care of her and her children. She doesn't require that of anyone else. Not thuggo, no one. 4 children, probably by 4 different men, and she despises responsible, well-groomed, educated, non-thug men. It makes her skin fucking crawl, fellas. It makes her want to vomit. The only way the B-Dub can see herself dealing with an educated man or a man with a trade or a man who's responsible is if you are paying her. She needs to be paid to like you. Her physical attraction is only for thuggo, not because of how he look, because a lot of thuggos are short and dirty, unkept hair. But what they are attracted to, what they cannot get away from, is how much they love the fucking dysfunction. They love the dysfunction so much that they're dying for it. They love the dysfunction so much that they allow them to bust up in them and have all kind of children with them. But when it comes to a decent guy, they are so fucking disgusted. It makes their skin crawl and it makes them nauseated that in order to be with you, they have to say you have to be rich or at least have enough money to pay half of everything she has. Now, the B-Dub that we just saw said, oh, she wanted a guy that's rich. Which one of your baby daddies is rich? And I guarantee you they're all thugs, but they're so disgusted with a man that might be a licensed plumber. So disgusted with a man that might be an electrician. So disgusted with a man that's a truck driver, post office worker, correctional officer, police officer, school teacher, in IT. His own small. They're so fucking disgusted with a man that's actually obeying the laws of this country and may believe in God. They're so fucking disgusted that you got to pay this hoe. to be with her. And they don't expect none of that shit from the thug. He doesn't have to have anything because they'd rather have him than you. But if she's going to deal with you because she need help with them kids, not because she wants you, not because she wants you, she need help with them goddamn kids. Thuggo is unavailable. And the only reason why she want to fuck with you, man, because she need help with them goddamn kids. If she wasn't a single mother, she wouldn't be looking at you. But because she's a single mom and she's hurting, Thuggo ain't available. She needs somebody to help take care of them goddamn kids to go and promote and push Thuggo's legacy, his genetic code through the generations. And you are just the lame, the simp, the pussy, the punk, the lame, the goofy motherfucker to do that. Not you guys here in the chat, but the guys who deal with this shit. So she's looking for a goofy, low self-esteem motherfucker to come and wife her up, Umar Johnson. To come and wife her up and take care of those children. So that Thuggo's dysfunctional ass genes. I say again, so this Thuggo's dysfunctional ass genes. I say again. So Thuggo's dysfunctional ass genes can perpetuate and propagate over and over again, creating even more dysfunction. The beast's body is the vehicle of pure evil. So she only wants you when she's desperate, because a thinking man, a decent man, is abhorred, is disgusting to her. Disgusting to her. So this is what you have to do to get her. Have some money, worship her and kiss her ass. What do you guys think about that? Andrew Baker and Texas Tanker Yanker, both sponsoring the show via Cash App. And I thank you guys for this. Well, yeah, Texas Tanker Yanker, I'm going to bring you on screen as well. I'm going to get this for the both of you guys. Appreciate it. Here we go. In fact, I think I might have a newer one. I think I got another cheerleader. I like cheerleaders, man. I like cheerleaders, right? I think I got another cheerleader for you guys. College, though, so don't say these are young women. These are college age women, which means they're adults. I mean, they're over 18. But let's get this for the sponsoring of the show. Here we go. Yes, Andrew Baker and Texas Tanker Yanker sponsoring the show. Appreciate that. Texas Tanker Yanker says, NWA said it best, find them, fuck them and flee, you know. But before I yo, I take the hoe to the motel, or to the hotel, or to the Holiday Inn, say, what if that bitch not fucking up? I'll just fuck up friend. NWA, bro. Hell yeah. Texas Tanker Yanker, you've told your age, sir. You've told your age, sir. Yes. Appreciate you and Andrew Baker sponsoring the show. And Brother Andrew has something to say. He says, that video gets a 10 from me. I'm glad you liked it, sir. Glad you liked it, sir. Appreciate that, Andrew Baker. Mr. Brown says, damn, Brown, what college? I don't know. It might be a historical black college, but I'm not sure. What around? Oh, yeah, man. But yeah, man. So disgusted by you that you got to pay. Marcus Carwell, he says, my ex would start fights just for fun. That's the type of beast it is, Marcus C. Appreciate your Cash App donation, sir. Appreciate you. All right, let's go to Kiki, and then we go to the main part of our show. Everybody been asking what my thoughts is about Kiki. I'm sure everybody on YouTube have talked about Kiki. But people keep asking me what I think about it. So let's get a couple of clips and talk about Kiki. And let me tell you guys this before we even start. This is high-level real pill shit I'm about to say. But I'm on the side of Keke Palmer. Y'all say, "Oh, Ram, you fell off." Well, Ram, you going crazy. I'll tell you why in a minute. And we're going to see if this makes sense. I'm on Keke Palmer's side in this whole situation. I'm with Keke. And I'm going to show you why. Let's get it. Check a few of these videos out. There's Usher. Keke don't look bad. I'll give Keke a 6. I'll put medium stank on Keke. Yeah, I'll put medium stank on Keke. But for a woman to be involved with a man, she's standing awfully close to Usher. For a woman that's involved with a man, she is surely scantily clad here. Oh, she really into Usher, huh? Oh, she's showing that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's really into Usher, huh? Okay. Well, your girl feels the same way about Usher. You think your girl wouldn't be up there doing the same shit? The only person's girl who wouldn't be up there doing this shit is my girl. My girl is the only woman in the world who wouldn't be up there all flabbergasted and elated to Usher, all over Usher. Just my girl. Your girl, Mr. Go Blue, your girl would do it. Mine wouldn't, though. As Zariah 44, Brian Walker, your girl. Jon Stewart, your girl. Cosmos Nation, your girl will be all over Usher, but not my girl, though. Now, this woman is with the man and got a baby with it, got a boyfriend, global exec. My girl wouldn't do it, but global exec girl would do it. Marcus Caldwell, your girl would do it. Andrew Baker, Tex Tanker Younger, your girl would do it, but not mine. Let's get some commentary on this, and then I'll give mine in a minute.
How dare that freeloading leech try?
Marcus Caldwell, that's funny as hell. He said, "There goes your baby." I got to give you applause for that. There goes your baby. Marcus, see, you a fool for that one, bro. You right. Waz Freeze, you see that shit, bro? Wade's motivation in the building. He said, "There go your baby, Booker T." Damn, Brian Walker, that's your girl, Charles D. Curry. There go your baby. Let's get this.
To get on Michelle Obama's internet and tell our good sis, my cousin Keke Palmer.
Wait. On whose internet?
How dare that freeloading leech try to get on Michelle Obama's internet and tell our good sis, my cousin Keke Palmer, what the fuck to do. Y'all already know how I feel. You're single until you married. So how dare that single man try to tell that single woman what she can and cannot wear to a Usher concert that I know he ain't motherfucking paid for the motherfucking tickets. How dare you try to tell her what dress to wear when you ain't buy the dress? I'm confused. I'm genuinely.
You're single till you married, but you got a baby with a guy. Y'all live together in a committed relationship. So the paper means that much, huh? So that means be disrespectful, huh? That means be all over Usher, huh? The B-dub in its logic. So the paper signed by a judge means more than a baby that grew in your goddamn belly. What an idiot. Also, the fucking paperwork is only hundreds of years old when having babies and being in relationships is thousands of years old. Happened since the beginning of mankind. Now a paper means more than anything, huh? Here we go.
I'm confused, okay? Because y'all want women to be traditional so bad and follow the leader and do what y'all say, but you're not a traditional man because why were y'all?
Your dating coaches, your YouTubers, they're appalled at Keke because they want Keke to be traditional. I say we need to evolve, but I'll talk more about that in a minute.
Y'all dating for years and you never married her. Y'all was dating for years. You chose not to marry her. When she got pregnant, you chose not to marry her. When she had birth, after she had the baby, you chose not to marry her.
Okay, enough of that. We get her point. They're not married, so she can be all over Usher and wear what she wants to wear. Let's get some more beat-up thoughts on this. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So I know everybody saw the video, Keke Palmer, and all the controversy that's going on with her baby daddy making those tweets about her outfit and how it was inappropriate. She's a mother, yada, yada, yada. So Keke is the prime example as to why you don't date below. And I explained because, number one, who is dude? Like, did any of us know him before he started dating Keke?
The B-dub with its materialism, gross materialism. The B-dub with his worship of celebrity. Is this what you want to build civilization with? Is this who you want to have children with? Where are the pro-black males at? And what are guys who pay the dating coaches thousands of dollars? This is who you want to build a family with? This is who you want to share a community with? Look at this thinking right here. Look at the thinking of the beast, man. Look at this mindset. Again, it's not about gender or race. We're talking about mindset and attitude. For anybody watching the replay of this video who happens to be a complete fucking idiot, it's not about your fucking gender because we love women, and it's not about your fucking race because we love our black skin. It's about your fucking attitude. We don't believe in any discrimination or harm toward anyone based off race, religion, gender, sexual orientation, political ideologies, or religion. We're talking about and criticizing your fucking attitude and mindset. But this is who you want to build with? Old community?
Before she had that baby by him? No. I think his brother was somebody in the industry or whatever. Mind you, I'm not going to lie to you. The outfit was tacky, Kiki. You know what I mean? You got that artist formerly known as Prince ass outfit. The shit was tacky. She looking for attention and she got it. But just like attention, all attention is not good attention. But it struck up a nerve with him. And I guarantee you there were arguments and disagreements way before he sent out that tweet. Her baby daddy has gotten his 15 minutes of fame by being connected to Kiki. Kiki, I understand you saw him at the party. That old fake ass Al B. Sure Christopher Williams ass dude. You know, light skin, curly hair. He probably look good to you. You should have smashed and passed. You should have grabbed, smashed, and passed. You should have stuck and moved. You should have hit it and quit.
So the B-Dub is telling the B-Dub to catch and release and smash and pass, huh? Crazy ass.
With it. You should not have had no type of relationship with that dude, and definitely
hit it and quit it. Wait, we got the stick chick? How is she gonna hit and quit? You mean get hit? You see how masculine and how much of a role reversal it is with the B-Dub? But this is who you want to love. This is who you want to build with. This is who you want to be a family with, huh? Damn.
Not have no baby by him. There are a lot of people saying that he shouldn't have made that tweet, that he should have said something to Kiki, you know, behind closed doors. I guarantee you he already did. I guarantee you when he saw what she had on, he blew her phone up. She ain't fucking with him. She ain't talking to him. You know, that was her little get back outfit. That was her make him, you know, feel some kind of way outfit, and it worked. You know,
the B-Dub and the games that the creature plays, boy, I tell you. Here we go.
No, but the thing is, when you deal with a man that has less than you, a man who has acquired either fame, money, or whatever because of you, he gonna think he better than you. There are so many women that I know that have put men on that those men turned around and snaked them.
So delusional, so wild is the B-Dub. Tim Howard says, Ram, have you heard of a married Pakistani woman who took her 4 kids and made a dangerous trek to India to be with her lover who she met on YouTube on a gaming channel? I have not heard about that. But the creature's judgment is always suspect. Brother from Down Under is in the building. I think Brother Truth Be Told is in the building. Salute to those two brothers. My goodness, man. The B-Dub. I got another clip, and then I will give my opinion on it. Appreciate you, Marcus C., putting that in the chat. 2 more clips, and I'll give my opinion. Here we go.
All right, I just want to provide a little context. So the women at the top are porn stars, and they're at a porn conference. The women at the bottom, they are professional actresses and singers in Hollywood. But I want to just kind of remind you.
I also want to remind you that you got porn star awards up top and actresses on the bottom. I've said this a million times. There is no difference between the average female and a street walking prostitute. They dress the same, think the same, act the same, and have similar body counts. Can somebody in here tell me, other than the streetwalker being more honest and in some respects cleaner, but can someone tell me what's the difference between the streetwalker and your girl? What's the difference between a streetwalker? Remember, they dress the same. Attitude and a high body count. What's the difference? Can somebody tell me what the difference is? Nobody can tell me the difference. Somebody got to disagree. Somebody got to say, Ram, there's a difference between the two. Nobody can challenge me on that because y'all know that's a real pill tenant, right? You know that's one of the pillars of the real pill, right? Real pill say they all hoes. John Sue said, yo, girl, give it away for free. Well, she might want a chicken sandwich. Anybody? They're all the same, huh? My point exactly. Face facts in the building.
You that Hollywood has a way, America has a way of making bad things appear good. For example,
and that's America. Babylon, backwards. Bad things appearing good. Terrence Foster Jr. in the building. Oh, Tim Howard, man, I appreciate you, brother. Not only for your super chat, but also being a member of the channel, and also not just for being a member of the channel, but always working at Wrench, man, putting links and telling people to hit the like button. Tim Howard, thank you, brother. You are part of the show, and you are very helpful. I want to just take some time to thank you, brother Tim Howard, for always being here, always telling people to hit the like button and working at Wrench, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you, dear brother. Let's finish this.
Smoking used to be a big thing in Hollywood. They used to have people smoking cigarettes left and right. So cigarettes were also addictive.
She's going to go on a whole tirade. But the point I like that she made is that America has what they do, right? I call it the upside down. This is what America does. They make right wrong and wrong right. They make right wrong and wrong right. That is America. If you think about America, culture, ideology, philosophy, foreign policy, whatever you can think of, they make right wrong and wrong right. That's why I say it's Babylon, confusion. Isaiah Park says, why do people think that if a person makes less than them, that they can't be corrected by them? That's just the B-Dub, Isaiah Parks. Isaiah, the B-Dub is always trying to find some reason to justify that it's better than you as a man. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Under my sexuality, I'm not going to let.
To believe in the ideas and philosophies of the B-Dub and what it lives by is to be akin to and to believe in the philosophy of Babylon. If you ever want to really know what the B-Dub is or who the B-Dub is, if you're a Bible believer or even in Quran, whether we talk about the Antichrist or if we're talking about the Dajjal with the one eye, if we're talking about the system, if we're talking about evil, if we're talking about what's behind the veil, if we're talking about power structures and propaganda, if you're talking about the promotion of evil or the battle of good against evil, the B-Dub sums up that evil side. See, a lot of times you brothers struggle with dealing with the B-Dub, even when you can deal with her, is because she is literally the queen of Babylon. She represents, in her way of living, in her attitude, she embodies wickedness and evil. She embodies consumerism. She embodies materialism. She embodies narcissism. She embodies selfishness. She thinks she's better than you, right? All of the things that you hear written in Proverbs, she's against. She's against higher virtues and selflessness and caring and honor and respect. She's against all of that. Anything that is of righteousness, anything that is good, the B-Dub is against. So a lot of times, even when you guys are in relationships with the B-Dub, it's taxing on your soul. Check out the video, what is called the detriment of dating for the spiritual man. It goes against everything that is considered to be righteous. Everything. So this is why a lot of times we have trouble connecting and relating to the B-Dub, because it represents everything that's evil. Red Star said, I missed it. Super chat. Let me go back and find that. It represents Babylon. It represents the system of things. This is who the creature is. Moto, the international mango lover. Salute, Moto. He says, I will continue to pile drive my good mangoes forever. Foreign mangoes better than B-Dubs. Moto. Absolutely, sir. Thank you, Moto. Red Star, my apologies, sir. He says, why these mid-40s chicks' voice sound like they 65? And you're right. You're right. Let me get this and I'll give my viewpoint. Let's go back. Here we go. Let's get Kiki. Here we go, Kiki.
I'm not bound in my sexuality. I'm not going to let nobody control me. I'm not going to let nobody stop me, tell me who I got to be with, what I got to do. And I'm not going to let anybody tell me what I got to do with my career. I don't belong to none of you.
The Babylonian Beast made it clear that it doesn't belong to anyone. Appreciate you, Christopher Clipper. So the boyfriend, the baby daddy of Keke Palmer, upset that she went and was all over Usher and acting like an H to the Izzo. And people are mad and said she shouldn't have did this and shouldn't have disrespected the man like that. Well, I say good for that dude, Cedric Webb. I'm saying he deserves that. When you are, and I like that, Willie D, not the American expat, when you are dating a 304 and you decide to take it as your wife, your girlfriend, or your baby mama, you can't expect the 304 to act like a Proverbs 31 woman. In fact, we can make an argument that there are no Proverbs 31 women left on the planet. So any YouTuber or any of you guys in here who's mad at Keke Palmer, well, then you're just not real, Pill. How are you going to get mad at a hoe acting like a hoe? That's like getting mad at a snake for being a snake, a rabbit for being a rabbit, a dog for being a dog. How can you be upset, shocked, and appalled for a hoe being a hoe? Can somebody tell me this? What do you expect exactly, Watts Freeze, from a 304? You're trying to make a hoe a housewife and you're mad because it failed. Can somebody in here tell me if they know of a man who has successfully turned a hoe into a housewife? Can somebody in the chat tell me that? I'm going to ask you this one more damn time. Do you all know of any man who has successfully turned a hoe into a housewife? Any of you? So when a hoe acts like a hoe, should you be mad or blame your goddamn self? Keke Palmer did nothing wrong by dressing like that. She did nothing wrong by being all over Usher like that. Because she's always let it be known that she's an H to the Izzo, right? Bluff City Nerd said Russell Wilson. Of course not, because we see Sierra still dressing and acting like a hoe. So not even Russell Wilson, because Sierra still is acting like a hoe all on social media, wearing little to nothing, trying to shake her little ass. Is this not a fact? Isn't Sierra all over social media trying to shake her little ass? Haven't you seen videos in the past of Sierra thotting and twerking for attention? Has anybody seen that? So nope, not Russell Wilson. He wasn't successful in doing it. Anybody got anybody else? So Russell Wilson, you said that, we've broken that down. Brown Walker says Tom Brady. No, because one thing a hoe wants to do is get back in the street. And how many times was Tom's wife threatened to leave him? And probably will at some point. Anybody? Reform man? Anybody? That's Russell Simpson. So you're unsuccessful at it. Red Lord Black Sigma says she's not yours, it's just your turn. Get it, got it, good. Facts, Red Lord Black Sigma. Appreciate that, sir. All right, Marcus Love said, I have seen any man. So you're saying you have seen a man turn a hoe into a housewife? We need to get that guy on the show because we want to know the secret. Marcus, see you saying that you have seen a man turn a hoe into a housewife? We need to interview that man and give and he probably need to be the most popular man on YouTube then. Says Ram is mad late. I'm mad late about what, Ash L? I haven't given my perspective on the Keke Palmer. And I'm giving my perspective because people have asked for it. And I'm not, you know what, why I'm not late, Ash L, for giving my perspective on Keke Palmer? And y'all can be honest with me. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. The reason why I'm not late giving this perspective, although the story is old, is because you may listen to a lot of people, but if it ain't me, Thinking Man's Templar or Ohin, you haven't got a real pill perspective. I'm gonna say this again. If it's not Ohin or Thinking Man's Templar or Black Ram 313, then you haven't gotten a real pill perspective on it. Now you might have your own real pill perspective on it, but you haven't gotten a real pill perspective on it until we've talked about it. You might get a red pill. You might get a black pill perspective. But you got to get a real pill perspective on this shit. And it ain't real until we do it the real pill way. Wake Them Up says that until there are no more food. Yep. So in other words, they're going to act like that till there's no more food left. When the shit hits the fan, they will be acting different. Wake Them Up. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I said about Tom Brady. Oh, yeah. Tom Brady's wife is still for the streets. Indeed. Well, let's move on to the main part of the show. Black love has turned from R&B, romance to tricking and hoeing, rap style. I did a video about this theme a week ago. And I was talking about those sleazy, greasy, oil on body and sweat on the stage R&B guys. And people say R. Kelly is the best. I tend to believe that. But we had the Jodeci and the Keith Sweat whining and crying over the female. Oh, my goodness. But back then, it was kind of okay. It was kind of okay because I don't know how many of you guys in here are over 35 and remember the 90s, but you kind of could have had some romance. I ain't saying true love. LSG, huh? I remember LSG, Joe, Mint Condition, Silk, Drew Hill. But you could have kind of had a little love back then. You know what I mean? Israel Young Lion in the 90s, it was okay, man. Y'all agree with that? Yes or no? R&B love was okay in the 90s. You had H-Town and all. Listen, the reason why it was okay, because your girl, not the American expat, wore baggy clothes back then in the 90s. Hoop earrings. She may have had on a tight sweater, but she gonna wear baggy clothes back then. She wasn't trying to show all ass now. In fact, when 2 Live Crew came out showing all the girls in bikinis and those tight clothes, everybody was kind of shocked and was surprised that it was on television when 2 Live Crew came out, because we used to see the girls in the big pants and maybe even biker shorts, but they were tight, but they weren't as revealing as what you see now. Yeah, shy. So it was kind of okay to have that 90s R&B because, you know, the women were kind of feeling it. How about this, you guys? Have you guys ever made a mixtape for your girlfriend or a CD where you put all of your favorite R&B songs of the era and gave it to your girl and say, hey, baby, I made a mixtape for you? Now, I've never done that, but I've had women give me mixtapes. Do y'all remember those days? Somebody talk to me, make sure I'm not alone. I know we got young brothers in here, but some of you guys are just as old as me, if not older, goddammit. Some of you motherfuckers got to remember the goddamn mixtape. Where you at if you remember the mixtape? Put mixtape in this motherfucker if you remember the mixtape, goddammit. Reform Man says, no mixtape. You probably about 25, Reform Man. That was why you probably about 30. Y'all young. Y'all young. But the old R&B mixtape your girl used to make for your girl some love songs, in other words. Yeah, love songs, man. But they were okay in the 90s. See, in the 90s, you probably could run some red pill game and it worked. In the 90s, you could make that mixtape. In the 90s, you could do some romantic shit. But it's 2023, and that shit is gone. It's over with. We went from R&B type of romance to some rap, tricking, and H-O-N. Let's get some videos.
Realize that like rappers will hit a chick on Instagram, fly her out, give her 15 racks, have sex with her, take her shopping, then send her on her way.
Oh.
You ain't know that?
I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't really spend much time in that space, but yes, I'm not surprised.
Ask any girl 18 to 38.
And you've never done that?
I've never done that. Yeah. Never in my life, ever.
But you're somebody.
So check it out. So that's what the rappers do. And the females expect you to do what the rappers do for them, even if they don't have or never met a rapper to do that for them. They want to get what they call flued out. Now, remember back in the day, a guy like R. Kelly, a guy like Pac can hit for the free. Now the rappers are paying to hit the chicks. So now if they feel like the rapper's going to pay, well, then of course you got to pay, Bubba. Moto says my mangoes are cheaper. But yeah, 15 racks, face facts, that rhymes, to hit these chicks. Plus being flued out, Bluff City Nerd. It's over with, man. It's over with. Now, ASAP Rocky said he ain't never done it.
Leave your friends have.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe it, but hey, I'm not going to say the man is a liar. But went from an R&B love to wanting to get flued out. No more romance. They just want the bag. They want to be paid. And this is what we got going on today. They all want to get
a guy
paid.
when he is financially stable. So I know that I'm his dream girl. And then just saying, you know what? Money's not everything. Money's not everything.
Gee, I can't imagine how long that list of men must be that lie awake every single night dreaming of that perfect dream girl. The one that only wants to be with them when they're a financial success, that didn't want to be there through any of the hard times when they were struggling, but only wants to be there for the good times. Must be quite a long list.
Romance is over, fellas. It ain't nothing left but tricking and hoeing. If you don't believe that, put a no in the chat. If you believe it, put a yes in the chat. Tex Tanker Yanker says 15K flued out in shopping. Make it make sense. Exactly, sir. Face Fact says, I got to salute Ram for putting me onto the book Daughters of Trade. I've always known the truth, but that book makes everything about the B-dub clear. Salute, Face Facts. Salute, 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 dear brother. Appreciate you. East Coast Kev says, classic as usual. Appreciate that, East Coast Kev. And appreciate the information that you sent me, sir. Let's get the rest of this.
Money is everything.
Isn't that just a romantic sentence?
Money is everything. Let's go back. They all hoes now, buddies. What you gonna do? They all hoes now. What you gonna do? Here we go.
Money is everything.
Isn't that just a romantic sentiment?
When you can take feelings to deposit it at the bank, then money's not everything. Till then, money matters a lot.
Guess what really matters a lot in a relationship? Yes, even more than money. It's knowing that that person's partner has good character, is trustworthy, and wants to be with that person actually because they want to. And that
mindset is rare. So here we go. We have old hoes with kids demanding that you pay for the rotten box. I'll never stop smashing chicks as long as I got a stick. But love and romance, damn, that shit is over with. MPI says, Ram, I just made a video of a chick saying she doesn't get hit. She does the hitting. Wow, sir. Let me send me that video, bro. But wow, bro, it's crazy out here.
they aren't going to leave at the first sign of hard times, or, heaven forbid, the bank account starts running a little bit low.
My goodness. All you have today is tricking and hoeing. Romance and love, all of those things are outdated concepts that just needs to be left alone. More clips.
Podcast is about this. I'm talking about maintaining something, just kind of parallel to what you're talking about.
Woo! Look at the masculinity on this one.
To a certain extent, maintaining black relationships. In particular, black women taking responsibility and accountability for their actions, our actions and behavior in the relationship with the black man, because we're not doing that. I did a video that went viral, say, why did I divorce my husband? And that video is less than about 3 minutes long. And I said I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him. I divorced my husband because I made more money than he did.
No, sir. No, sir. Not trans, humble legend. This is how your B-dub is. Almost indistinguishable from the trans. I'll even say you can find some trans that are more feminine than the hetero B-dub. I know y'all don't believe this shit, so I'm going to say it again, though. I know y'all don't believe this shit. You'll find some trans that are more feminine than the B-dub. That's hetero. I ain't talking about the B-dub that plays for the other team, other than the pink team. You'll find hetero B-dub more masculine than a lot of trans. This is who your B-dub is. You either love it or you don't, but this is who your B-dub is. Your B-dub is like this, humble legend. Yo B-dub, sir. DMV Nation, yo B-dub. Reform Man, yo B-dub. Not my B-dub. Alien Iverson, yo B-dub. Not mine.
Once I got my little college degree, now I think he went to college too. And the more money I made was what, $1,000 a year? Because he had a great job. I divorced my husband because I'm being in the military, 30 years in the military. Now I'm bringing my job home to him, trying to run the house. Well, I done already did my job. I shouldn't have brought that across that door, the threshold of that door.
At least you know.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm divorcing my husband for this. Should still be married to him this day.
Please,
absolutely should
put
still
that
be,
out there.
because it's not about all that stuff didn't matter, because now I'm out there divorced. Now I'm messing with him and that one, looking for that one, and going to bed by myself every night. The wrong thing. When then my husband, ex-husband, moved on, got family, new woman, and all of that, and I'm still out here doing all this crazy stuff and not realizing I had all that at home.
The quintessential.
From with the bag.
The quintessential.
Exactly. Now I'm great. Now
the quintessential.
Right.
Absolutely.
And now I have an amazing relationship because I had.
And she still found an amazing relationship. The B-dub cannot lose. And there's still some SIMP that find that masculinity attractive. I hate to say it, brother, or bring the bad news to you, but we think the B-dub is losing and has lost. But I submit to you, the B-dub can never lose. Because the only thing more powerful than the B-dub's deception, more powerful than the B-dub's delusion, more powerful than the B-dub's narcissism, more powerful than the B-dub's solipsism, more powerful than the B-dub's stank, more powerful than the B-dub's promiscuity and body count. What's more powerful than that is the SIMP. Can't beat it. I say again, the B-dub's delusional, solipsism, narcissism, body count, powerful things. But there is something way more powerful than even that, and that is the SIM to the P. There is not a situation that the B-dub can be in that some SIMP won't try to rescue her out of. It does not exist. I'm sorry, dear brothers, but the B-dub will always win. Until America folds like a scroll, the B-dub will always
like
win.
you at ESTG.
Why don't he?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I had to.
Just because he ain't had no money, you left him?
Had to.
That ain't right. I don't like that.
If he's making more money than me, I mean, if I'm making more money than him,
You should help him get some more money.
How am I going to do that, though? If I have my own career, I'm doing what I'm doing.
A woman's supposed to be a helpmate.
I feel like a man is supposed to be that for a girl.
A man's supposed to be a leader.
There you go. You see the reversal. It's over with. He said that he feel like a woman should be the helpmate. She said, no. She said she feels like a man is supposed to be a woman's helpmeet. This is what you got today. Are you ready, Andrew Baker, Tim Howard, Jon Stewart, to be her helpmeet? Are you ready, Andre? Are you ready, Gorilla Mac, to be her helpmeet? And if you think about it, Maurice Martin, what is a man who wipes up a single mother? Isn't that being a helpmeet? What is a man that in today's age of untraditional women want to be traditional and marry the untraditional woman? Shay Star, what is that? Isn't that being a helpmeet? when you date and wife up a single mother? Isn't that being a help me? Isn't it being a help me when you take a thought with a high body count and make her your girl? Isn't that being a help me? Isn't the fact that you can give her money, isn't that being a help me? With all the rights and privileges and the preferential hiring and all the loans and all of the government subsidies and all of that the B-Dub has, it still wants your money. The government props up the B-Dub, right? That's the real stimulus. But you are still there to support the B-Dub. Isn't that being a help me? I submit to you that the typical black man is a bitch because you're a woman's help me. You bitch ass motherfucker. Let's keep going with this.
You right.
A little bit more.
You're supposed to help him be a better leader.
I don't know. So I was in the wrong. Now I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy.
You looking for a daddy.
I ain't looking for a daddy. I got my own money. I got my own money. I could do what I do. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need a guy for money.
But you want one.
I want a man to be stable. If I was to leave him, I want him to be...
So he wasn't stable?
He was okay, but I was making more than him.
So he was stable though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So why are you leaving then? You said you just want.
Because he wasn't doing better than me. I need a guy doing better than me. And if he's not doing better than me, then...
You just said it ain't about the money. As long as you can take care of yourself. Now she changed her mind and said, you got to be doing better than me. It's all about the bread, tricking and horn. But why would you want to make a lot of money to smash this thing? Why don't you just pay the flat rate? Can somebody tell me why would you want to date and be in a relationship with a thotty dotty when you can just play the flat rate? So she's asking men to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars when it's only worth maybe 50s of dollars and hundreds of dollars at best.
And
I guess.
Everybody's different. Everybody's different. I just feel like that's how it is, man.
I feel like it would have been more real if you.
Shay Star said it's being a sucker. And I like to add to that, Shay Star, a big old red sucker when you mess with these HOs. Check this one out.
Maggie.
Hey, Maggie. Where you calling from?
Well, I'm originally from Cleveland, but I live in the suburbs of country.
Now, don't talk about the way Maggie looks. Let's judge Maggie's attitude. Okay? Let's judge Maggie's attitude.
I'm talking Pennsylvania.
All right, so what kind of man you looking for, baby girl?
Well, if he can help me live my best life and provide me the money, because I'm sorry, I'm kind of broke on the low.
Maggie says she's looking for a savior. Maggie looking for somebody with that bread. Woo-wee. Maggie want that bread. My good. Even Maggie wants the bag, huh? Goodness gracious. I see you, Brian Walker. Let's finish with Maggie.
So you need some. So how much money would you like this man to make?
A lot of money, like how much Ray J have.
Who?
Ray J.
Ray J is a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, like that. Or Ray J considered me his family. I want family though.
Have you ever been in a relationship, Maggie?
Yeah, but I felt like Rashid was using me for my down
Rashid
below.
was his name?
Yeah, I don't want him. I asked him to pay for me, give me some money. He told me no. So I don't want you there. Don't free put it over here.
No free. Did you say no free P, baby? No free P.
No free pussy over here.
Yeah, I did with it for 7 years. I'm done now. No, I've been ignoring him like crazy.
Now somebody got to pay, baby.
Can't pay up. I don't want it. You working too? Give me some money. I want a man.
Okay, why would a man be lucky to be with you?
I actually don't got the guts to do that. Eating girls, you know what?
Johnny B, you ready for Maggie? Maggie is tripping, boy.
I'd be lucky to be with you.
I actually don't got the guts to do that. Eating girls, you know what?
You ain't eating no cat.
I don't got the guts for that. I like eggplant though.
You like what?
Eggplants only.
Oh, you like eggplants only. So when you
gotta have a condom on, so be ready.
Oh, no raw dog. This is the best show ever.
So,
all right, Maggie, I love it.
So, Maggie, do you want to do the Kendra Cam? It's up to you, sweetheart.
Okay, well, you might get a kick out of this, cause my body is shaped like a Pillsbury Doughboy, but we give it a shot. And I
Maggie
don't got
want
the
that
best body in the
bread.
world. You can be the judge yourself. It's like a big pot of dough.
Damn.
Okay, Maggie, honey.
My goodness, look at Maggie. Beautiful, right? I'm gonna listen. Stop the tape, Ram. Oh, she won a bag though. Maggie not looking for love. Listen, we're not gonna judge Maggie's looks. God bless Maggie's soul. We're gonna judge Maggie's attitude of wanting the bag. Israel Lion says, Ram, turn it off. Brother from down under, appreciate you. He says the simp virus is more deadly than beer flu. Dating these modern day females is like a dumpster dive for a T-bone steak. That's a fact, man. That is a fact, brother from down under. That is a fact. Like Last Crucible would say, you're searching for the best piece of meat in the goddamn trash, man. And it's rough because it's all rotted. Brother, truth be told, salute. He says, why not? This is a rating show, though. Minus 100, dear brother.
Out of shape mess. Yeah, pile of dough.
Yeah, but the attitude on Maggie, she said she got to have a man with some money. Even Maggie wants the bag. They want to be paid for a relationship. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Not get used by a woman who want your money and not me. They all want your money. You got to have money and you.
So this guy is asking dating coach Shira7 about getting a woman who doesn't want no money. And Shira said, no, they all want money. So keep that in mind. They're all HOs and they all want money. What does that mean? What does that mean for you is the question. Here we go.
How to not get used by a woman who want your money and not me. They all want your money. You got to have money and you. You and money make who you are. You without money.
Look at that narrative, dear brothers. And there are many brothers who are living with that narrative in their head. We're going to talk about this narrative. We're going to play one more clip before we close the show. Smooth 52, aka Warren L. I shouted you out earlier, brother Smooth. Salute to you. I think I played a clip that you showed when we were rating. So salute to you, brother. Appreciate it. She says, money and you make you. And this is the way she feels. And that's her business. But the problem with the way she feels is that a lot of you brothers, what up, Rada? Good to see you. The problem is that a lot of you brothers feel the same way she feels. A lot of brothers feel like the money makes you. Instead of you making the money, you think the money makes you. A lot of you brothers, and I'm sorry, you are living with the female narrative in your head. And the dating coaches tell you to get your money up so that you can attract females. And some dating coaches go further to have you to think that your worth is a monetary amount. And there are some YouTubers who think that your value as a man is all about the money that you make. You have a female narrative in your head, which makes you a bitch ass ninja. Sorry. Urban Warrior Gaming, it works tonight. He said, see if this works tonight. Yes, sir, it is working. Appreciate you, Urban Warrior. Let's finish this out.
Make you a dusty. You understand? That's just like a woman asking you, Ken, how do I get a man to like me without?
Let me go back a little bit and play it
How to
without
not get
interruption.
used by a woman who want your money and not me. They all want your money. You got to have money and you. You and money make who you are. You without money make you a dusty. You understand? That's just like a woman asking you, Ken, how do I get a man to like me without looking good? How do I get them to like me how I wake up in the morning? And they look like, that's the same question. No, you got to put
No, it's
effort
not.
to who you are. You got to bring
No,
it.
it's not the same question. Because a lot of men don't have a problem with the way a woman wakes up in the morning. A lot of men don't have a problem with the way a woman looks. Our issue is your attitude and the way we're being treated. See, she's trying to make us as superficial as she is. And this is not the case. We actually have a heart and soul, whereas you don't. All you see a man as is an opportunity, not as a living, breathing being with a soul and a heart, a mind, a will, emotions, and an intellect. You don't see that. And you can't see that. And since you can't see that in us, it's obviously that that's not present in you. So we should treat you accordingly. But a lot of us men are not willing to do that. This is why we're losing. And this will always be so.
I'm sorry. You're supposed to be trying to impress us. You know, that's it. You can't impress us broke. If you let you could dance and sing like Michael Jackson, you can't impress anybody.
You have to impress her because she's better than you. She's above and you below. You have to impress. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to spend my life trying to impress someone. How weak is that? How weak is that? Weak and humiliating. MC Recovery and Relapse Salute says, for the stank bank, Maggie will get the supersized #1 or #2 special. Keep up the good work. Salute, salute, salute. Appreciate you, MC. Yeah, man, Maggie has a scary attitude. And if Maggie feels that way, Maggie feels that way. And the fact that Maggie feels that way lets you know that it is over with. It's over with. M.C. Recovery. Appreciate you. It's over with. Brother from down there says, sprinkle, sprinkle, practice witchcraft. She is beyond evil. Look at her candles and outfit. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But what she's saying is true. And a lot of men have that narrative in their head. A lot of men believe in sprinkle, sprinkle, even if they don't say it. How many men value themselves based off their height and the money that they make? If you value yourself based off what pleases a female, then you have a female narrative in your head. In other words, you think like a bitch. Terrence Forrest, I'm sorry. I'll keep saying Foster. Forgive me, sir. Terrence Forrest Jr., salute, brother. He said, the salute Ram, I can't stand your stank gang dudes. No stank ever. IG team for life. You don't like the stank gang, Terrence? Yeah, we got hygiene team and we got the stank gang, man. Terrence says he doesn't like the stank gang. We still love you though, bro. Hygiene team for life, huh? I ain't mad at you, brother. I ain't mad at you at all. I got 1 or 2 more clips, man, and then I'm gonna go on and get out of here. Let me see. Hoes and tricks. Here we go.
Talk about it. Make you happy. To treat you special. And you can do the same. All I'm starting, not all, that's too general. I'm hearing a lot of how much money is involved. I'm hearing a lot of what your stuff, what you bring to the table. You hearing people say that a woman don't have to bring nothing to the table. Yes, what? And it don't have to be.
Gorilla Mac, that is not true, sir. Somebody let Gorilla Mac know that Maggie is not Gorilla Mac. Gorilla Mac, Maggie is not stank gang material, sir. Sorry, but no, sir, Gorilla Mac. We ain't claiming that right there, bro. No, there is. Look, Maggie is untouchable, sir. We ain't messing with Maggie, MC Recovery. Ain't no stanking on nah. Ain't even no messing with that.
About the money. But wouldn't it be nice if she brought a good attitude? Wouldn't it be nice if she brought a nurturing disposition about herself? Wouldn't it be nice if she could make a goddamn cake from scratch?
All that would be good, Monique. But that's going back to the R&B days, ma'am. We are past that. It is over with. I'm going to play this last clip. I'm going to talk about evolution before we get out of here. I got a couple more clips, but I won't play them all. I'll save those for another time. Last clip right here, and we'll talk about it. David White says we need to start another stank gang HT war. Been a minute. It has been a minute. It has been a minute, man. It definitely has been a minute. Salute.
In this era are single because they want to be paid to be in a relationship. We live.
Well, that's a false narrative right there. These women aren't single. Any woman who wants a relationship can find one. If a woman is single in this era, it's only by choice. So I'm done with the narrative that women are out there struggling being single. They might struggle financially because they don't get everything that they want. And a lot of times they struggle financially, not because they don't have the income, because they don't have the money management skills. But if you are a dude who thinks that women are out here struggling because they're single, I think that's a false narrative. I think that's a cope. I think men try to tell themselves that. Women out here aren't single and they are not lonely. They're getting smashed and they have relationships. It may not be their dream relationship because their dream relationship is unrealistic, but they're still getting smashed on a regular. They're still going out on a regular, and they still got guys checking for them on a regular. Enough for that. Let's keep going.
In an era where women want to be paid to be in a relationship, and this is the reason for
Jerry C. Maggie is not stank gang.
a lot of women in this era are single because they want to be paid to be in a relationship. We live in an era where women want to be paid to be in a relationship, and this is the reason for a lot of them being single. And the internet has distorted their perception of reality because on you.
That's true, Kevin Murray. The deranged beast does think that way. But this brother is saying something true. He said they want to be paid to be in a relationship. No, D ain't no female. No, D. D, we know that ain't true because we just saw Maggie. Maggie was in a relationship for 7 years and dumped her dude because he wasn't giving her no money. Maggie didn't say she was single for 7 years, D. Maggie said she was in a relationship for 7 years, but wanted to level up because she wasn't getting no money from the man she was with. 7 years, D. There are brothers in here who have never been in a 7-year relationship, but Maggie has. So if anybody's going to be in Selleck, it would be Maggie. But Maggie had a man. There's no such thing as a female sale. It just don't happen, bro. D, I'm surprised. I'm sure somebody's smashing, D. But I ain't going to say you're lying. If that's true, I'm going to say it's extremely rare.
Go on the internet and you can see Quavo buy his woman a Ferrari, and you can see
him taking it back.
But you know what I always say?
Wait, let me finish. Okay. You can see Quavo buying a Ferrari, and they're like, "Yo, I want a Ferrari." Or you can see, but guess what? The woman Quavo is with can buy him a Ferrari too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So y'all have these unrealistic expectations because y'all want to be with millionaires, but most women, every woman ain't gonna be with a millionaire. So if you go online.
And that just speaks to how delusional the B-dub is. And your modern lady, fellas, because most men are not millionaires. It's just a fact. But they'll keep being delusional, and men will keep chasing, keep putting them on a pedestal, and keep wifing them, and keep the creature arrogant, conceited, narcissistic, feeling entitled, and being privileged. As long as America stands in its power, you will always have this. Always. It's just what it is. They can't lose. What we have to do is give up on romance, give up on love, give up on all of these foolish concepts, because they have made it clear they don't see you as human. They don't see you as someone lovable. That's even if the subject has the capacity to love, but they don't see you but anything besides a paycheck. The brother said that they want to get paid for being in a relationship. And this is true. And what they're willing to give you in return for being paid for a relationship is absolutely nothing but a used, smelly, in a bad kind of way, beat down vag. That's all they got. That's all they got for you. This is why we're getting our passports. Not that they don't want to get paid in other places, but at least you're getting better service for your dollar. This is why multinational corporations, well, big corporations become multinational corporations by not only having their business in other countries as far as sales, but manufacturing in the base of operations. We take that passport because we can get a better deal. Yeah, they all want money. I'm not going to sit up here and be delusional. If you think you go into another country and money doesn't matter there, you might be fooling yourself. Even if she makes it clear that she doesn't want money, they're in situations that they might need your help anyway. And even if she doesn't need your help, there's hardly a woman in the world who doesn't like to be spoiled with gifts. So money isn't always an issue with the female. They are materialistic by nature, which means, in my opinion, underdeveloped and less human to a degree. That's just my opinion dealing with the subject. The materialistic subject that I'm speaking of. They don't have the same soul that you have. And that's fine. It is what it is. This is the nature of the creature. So they're all going to want the material to validate their existence. While a real man, a true man, only needs his inner self to validate his existence, the subject, the creature, needs materials, items to validate its existence. And in such thinking that you need items and materials, we call that materialistic or material worship, which makes the subject unspiritual and less human than you, because it has no true inner self. You have a soul. Be conscious, Black Honey in the building. You have a soul, but the creature does not. Incapable of true love, at least given it. Incapable of true empathy. Incapable of true emotions, because the creature's emotions is all about itself and its vain, its vanity and what it wants. Even the creature's emotions are completely selfish. She's not crying because of you, dummy. She's crying because of her. That's what it is. It does not have a consciousness like you. It just doesn't. It doesn't have a soul like you. For you, you can be selfless. You can have greater virtue. But the creature has none of that. Not for you anyway. It's just what it is. Now you can accept that or not and keep getting your feelings hurt. Now, am I saying that there are no decent women in the world? I'm not saying that. Maybe a few here and there. Maybe a few. Maybe a few that you can have a conversation with. Maybe a few that might have some inkling of humanity. But by and large, that's missing. We live in a materialistic, superficial age. And you just have to evolve with the times or get left or get hurt. Evolve, fellas. If they don't see you for nothing more than a wallet, don't see them for anything more than what you want. Plain and simple. Now, if you brothers are lucky or blessed, as some say, to have a lady that might be different, then okay, roll with that. Whether that be a foreign woman or a woman in America, there are men that I know of who claim to be happy with their mate. And God bless them. But by and large, we know that's a farce. And the funny thing is, and I'll leave on this note, that I know a lot of guys who believe that they are happy with their wives, but those same wives do nothing but complain about them 99% of the time. I have the privilege or unprivileged, so to speak, for lack of a better word, to work with a lot of women who all they do is complain about their loving husbands. So when you think you have something, that's what she wants you to think. But at the end of the day, you really don't. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but these are our observations, and this is what it is. So you have to decide what you're going to do with that. Mr. Brown says, just focus on stank is the answer. Absolutely, Mr. Brown. If they're going to treat you as a wallet, then treat the creature as just a V. That's it. Romantic love, they've shown us, Love Incorporated, that it's dead, buried, and never to return. You don't believe me? Why is it so rare to hear a woman speak of love? Why is it so rare? You tell me. She's going to speak about that bag, though. But she's not going to talk about love because she's evolved past that, or devolved, as some might say, past that. She's past that love stuff. She wants the bag. And don't be mad at it. Get what you can get too. If anything, most of us rather spend our time with our passports and dealing with women in other countries, because you can't get worse than the American female, especially the ABW. That's what it is. And that's how it goes. Forgot to do this. 427 watching. I'll do this one more time. Forgot to do this real quick. 429 watching. Make sure you hit that like button. But coming up on Thursday, myself and the great Thinking Man's Templar will be live on Patreon, 7:30 p.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. After Behind the Veil, TMT and I will be live for our live stream called The B-Dub is Literally Dying for Thuggo. Link to the Patreon page is in the description box. This will be a Patreon exclusive, not to be shown publicly on YouTube. Patreon exclusive, a live stream with myself. And again, the great Thinking Man's Templar talking about the B-Dub is literally down for Thuggo. This will be part 2 or episode 2. Make sure you come and check us out. And you can do that by joining my Patreon page, which is in the description box of this particular video. And going across the screen right under you, Patreon page. Go and check it out. Go ahead on and join and check out exclusive content on the Patreon page. Appreciate you, Andrew Baker, for putting that. Appreciate you, Naughty American Expat. And here's MPI, and I appreciate you as well, dear brother. So just like the wall, there's no such thing as game either. I agree, bro. It used to be game, but game has been buried, man. It has been buried. Definitely. So we have to move on. So make sure you're there to check us out on the live stream this coming Thursday. And having said that, man, I appreciate everybody who's donated via Cash App. And again, salute and shout out to the sponsors of the show. I see Harold Jackson just sent the super chat. Appreciate you, brothers. I just want to say, Ram, missed the hour mark again. Yeah, I missed that hour mark, man. I appreciate you. But Texas Tanker Yanker and my brother Andrew Baker, man, I appreciate you sponsoring the show, dear brother. That's right, Andre. Game is dead. That's our hashtag. Game is dead. And isn't that every video we see? Every video, she don't care about the game you got. She care about the money you got. Now, you tell me this with your favorite dating coaches. How can they say game is alive when every time a B-Dub goes on social media, she's talking about the money that she wants? She ain't talking about how much game she want to hear from you. She's talking about the bag. So your dating coaches that's talking about game and swag, they're outdated. They're old. That's like listening to Minister Louis Farrakhan and respecting him, talking about respecting sisters. Minister Louis Farrakhan, how can he respect sisters that don't respect themselves? Your Farrakhans, your Umar Johnsons, outdated material. Your game coaches, your dating coaches, outdated material. I'm going to say this again. Your game coaches, your self-improvement dudes for women, outdated material. See, we're on a step of the evolutionary ladder by talking about passports and crypto. We've been talking about this for a while. J4 Films, that's Thursday on my Patreon page. Join the Patreon page, J4, if you want to check that out. We've evolved past it. So while your dating coaches are sitting back in the 90s, in the early 2000s, and your self-improvement dudes are sitting back in the 90s, in the early 2000s, we've evolved here in this space. The Real Pill says there is no more love. There is no more romance. There is no more game. It's just tricks and hoes. Now, you can stay in the past if you want to, but it's outdated as fuck. Kevin Murray says outdated like a history book from 1968. Facts, brother. Exactly. You right, Marcus Love. A passport costs way less than a dating coach. But you all are outdated. Christopher Clip, I'm just going to be talking about on Behind the Veil the latest news and topics. Azariah says, Uncle Wham, can we bring 420 to the Patreon, please? Hell yeah. Bring that 420, man. That's right, Watch Free. Self-improvement and game for loose vag. You see how outdated that shit is? Outdated as fuck is the dating coach. Anybody that's telling you that your personality and your game is going to do anything dealing with these HOs. And I did a video called Why Waste Good Game on Hoes? If you do know game and you got game, why waste it on these low level hoes? Let's go with the idea that you got guys out here with good game, whatever your favorite YouTuber with game is. Let's go with that. You're going to waste good game on hoes? Does that make sense to anybody? Can somebody put yes or no in the chat before we go? Let's say the game ain't dead and you can use game to get the vag. How is the game worth what they have? Somebody tell me that. So you're going to learn and spit good game on an HO. So you're going to take hours to learn game. You're going to take hours trying to practice and use game, trying to get in her goddamn head. A head that has nothing in it, by the way. I can see if there was some intelligence there. Well, I'll get in a girl head. What head, motherfucker? I'll get in her mind. What mind, you dumb motherfucker? Why assuming that the creature has a fucking brain in the first place? I'm using game, you asshole. A game for what brain, jackass? Yes, obsolete otaku. Game is dead. America is finished. These hoes are finished. And if you keep following and chasing behind them, you are fucking finished. Get your goddamn passport and leave that shit alone. Black Ram 313, I am out of here, fellas. Catch you guys on Behind the Veil on Thursday, most high willing. And that'll be the last show of the week. So your generosity on Behind the Veil Thursday will be appreciated because that will be the last show of the week. I only had 2 shows this week, but I ain't here begging for money. Or am I? I guess so. Anyway, Black Ram 313, I'm out. Y'all still here? Get out of here.